As an Ignatian Marian, we are now celebrating Mother Ignacia's 272nd death anniversary. But how well do you know Mother Ignacia? Do you even know what are her contributions in the society? If you want to know the answers, just continue watching this video. First, we must know who Mother Ignacia is in order to reflect ourselves while watching this video. Mother Ignacia del Espiritu Santo was born, lived, and died during the Spanish colonial era in the Philippines. The precise date of her birth is not known. Mother Ignacia was the eldest and the sole surviving child of Maria Hieronima, an Indian, and Josepe Yuko, a pure Chinese immigrant from Amoy, China. When Ignacia was 21, her parents wanted her to marry. Heeding a call deep within but not wanting to disappoint her parents, Ignacia sought counsel from Father Paul Klein, a Jesuit priest from Bohemia, who arrived in Manila in 1682. The priest gave her the spiritual exercises of Saint Ignatius. After this period of solitude and prayer, Ignacia was inspired by God to remain in the service of the Divine Majesty, and she resolved to live by the sweat of her face. She left home and brought with her only a needle and a pair of scissors. She started to live alone in the house located at the back of the Jesuit College of Manila. Her life of prayer and labor attracted Indians who also felt called to the religious life, but could not be admitted into the existing congregation at that time.
Mother Ignacia accepted these women into her company, and the first community was born. They became known as the Beatas de la Compañía de Jesús, because they frequently received the sacraments at the Church of Saint Ignatius, performed many acts of devotions there, and had the Jesuit fathers for their spiritual directors and confessors. Mother Ignacia centered her life on the suffering Christ and tried to imitate him through a life of a service and humility. She prayed earnestly to God and performed penances to move God to have mercy on them. Her spirituality of humble service was expressed in her capacity to forgive, to bear wrongs patiently, and to correct with gentleness and meekness. Their spirituality was manifested in peace and harmony in the community, mutual love and union of wills, witnessing to the love of Christ and the material care of Blessed Mother. Their spiritual sustained the Beatas in their moments of difficulties, especially during times of extreme poverty, when they even had to beg for rice and salt and scour the streets for firewood. The Beatas continued to support themselves by the labor of their hands and sometimes received some financial help from pious people. In all this, they did not cease to thank God and to trust in divine providence.
Ignacia did not make any distinction of color or race but accepted Indians, mestizas, and Spaniards as recogidas or recruits. The Beatas were also involved in retreat work and helped the Jesuit fathers by preparing the retreatants to be disposed to the spiritual exercises. Mother Ignacia submitted the 1726 constitutions to the Archdiocesan office for approval. After the approval was given in 1732 by the fiscal provisor of Manila, she decided to give up her responsibility as superior of the house. She lived as an ordinary member until her death on September 10, 1748. Realized that the Beatrice was called by God not only to a life of prayer and penance but also to apostolic service. The Beatrice admitted young girls as boarders who were taught Christian doctrine as well as works proper to them.
A few months before her death, the Archbishop initiated a process of securing royal protection for the Beaterio. Mother Ignacia died without knowing the response of the Spanish king, but her long life in the Beaterio must have taught her to trust in the providence of God. Little did she expect that the Beaterio would become a congregation and continue to exist until today. This congregation, now known as the Religious of the Virgin Mary, is a living testimony to her life as God's handmaid, who opened the door of religious life to Native women in the Philippines. She proved that God is the God of all people, of whatever color or race. The royal protection granted in 1755 guaranteed the safety of the Beatas, but it did not recognize the Beaterio as a community of religious women. It was ordained to remain as a pious association. Beatas, faithful to the spirit of their foundress, Mother Ignacia, continued to live a religious life even without being officially recognized as such. The expulsion of the Jesuits in 1768 was another blow to the Beatas. They lost their spiritual guides, but they continued to enjoy the solicitude of the Archbishop of Manila and other churchmen. In the spirit of Mother Ignacia, the Beatas lived by the sweat of their faces and persevered in the service of God through education and repeat work, despite attempts by the Governor General to change the nature of the Beaterio. The Beatas remained true to the vision and charism of Mother Ignacia and survived the dark years. The growth of the Beaterio into a congregation and its response to the apostolic challenges of the times shows the vitality of the spirit of Mother Ignacia. Indeed, her lamp continues to shine as her daughters courageously strive to respond with zeal to the call of mission in different contexts.
The story of the congregation that has grown from the small Beaterio of Mother Ignacia continues to unfold. It bears witness to the enduring vitality and strength of the foundation, the spirituality of Mother Ignacia. Beatas, but it did not recognize the Beaterio as a community of religious women. It was ordained to remain as a pious association. We are hoping that you will share and spread the good deeds of Mother Ignacia, and may this video touch your life and heart. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye!